It's Zakk Attack time. So, of course, Zakk Wylde's going to be part of this underrated series, Bloodbath in Paradise. It's one of the heaviest, and I remember hearing it for the first time as a kid, and just like scariest riffs, that dark intro to it. I was like, what's happening? All spooked out. And it's just a monster riff. It's my favorite riff from the early days of Zakk. Now, before I get too far into this video, I did want to let you know my new guitar course is still on sale this week. That actually ends on Sunday, so if you want to pick it up at its lowest price, that's linked down below, and you can even check out an exclusive preview video. Let's get it. Now, to get started, tune your guitar down half a step. A lot of the early Zakk stuff is all half step down. And he just opens up with these big old A5 power chords. So it's open on the A string, 2nd fret on the D. And he slides into 10th fret on the B string. Okay? And then you go to 9 on the G. And you go to 8. Now that already sounds dark and heavy, and he adds a trill on top of it. Okay, so if you're not used to that trilling action, it's a good thing to work on. I'm not very good at them, actually. I need to work on it more, but... Okay, so he does that, and he jumps and goes to a C5 power chord. So simply 3rd fret on the A string and 5th fret on the D. 2 hits, and then he goes to this part that throws me off every time. It goes... Because you think he's going to hold that note out, and you got to go right back to that A. So after the C5 power chord, you slide into 6th fret of the A string. I use my middle finger. It helps set me up, and I watched a video of Zakk, and it looks like he does that too. Okay, 6th fret on the A. So that's your minor 5, and then you're going to go to 5th fret on the G. So minor 5, minor 3rd. Slide down, and you're going to go to 4th fret on the G. So... Now you're going to go up here and get 7th fret on the D string, and then you're going to go to 6th fret on the D string, and he adds a pinch harmonic and a real fast, kind of like aggressive vibrato. So, and then as soon as you play that, you got to go right back to that A5. One thing you're going to find with Zakk is everything, if the note is bent or played, play it aggressive. If you want to sound like Zakk, you got to play like him. And it's an aggressive style of guitar. So that's the whole intro. Only thing that really changes is the last time around, he goes like this. Moves that kind of initial phrase down a half step. So 9 on the B, to 8 on the G, to 7 on the G. And then he adds this little double stop here of just 7th fret on the G and the B. Sounds like he has his wah turned on here, and you can hear it kind of like that filter effect into the sick riff. Okay, again, if you want it to sound like Zakk, you got to play it like him, and he doesn't mess around, man. He's playing it pretty aggressive. So you start with this A5. It's very much like I Don't Know, an early Randy riff, and it's just zacked up. So you have your A5, and you're adding these palm mutes between each one. Okay? Then you're going to go to 4th fret on the D and the G. And then you go to 5th fret. Okay? So now I see a lot of people play it like that. That's not totally right. On that 5th fret on the D and G, Zakk adds a shake, and it adds to that aggressive sound. Listen to the difference of no shake, and then I'm adding it in there. Or... Okay, that little bit in there, that's the Zakk way to do it. Now, the next thing he does is he goes, and I'm almost positive he's sliding, not hammering on. I've seen it, people play it both ways. It looks like Zakk is sliding when he plays it live. You're just simply going to go back to 4th fret on the D and G, slide up to 5th fret, back to 4th fret, up to 5th fret. Reference the tabs if it's getting confusing the way that I'm saying it. Just that real back and forth right there. Okay, then you go back to the A5. add those palm mutes. Now, the first time around here, and I feel like there's two different variations that he does, he's gonna do a double stop on 7th fret on the D and the G, and he adds that bend, then he goes to 5th fret. Okay, so. The second time he does it here in a minute, he changes it a little bit. So we have that much. And here's the part I played wrong forever. He plays open on the D and G, 2nd fret on the D and G. Okay, I always went, it's the same notes, but if you listen to it, there's a difference there. You can hear Zakk is definitely playing those open strings. So open D and G to 1st fret on the D and G. And then the riff just kind of starts over and it's the exact same thing again. So. Oh, here's where it changes. I feel like when he adds these double stops here at the end this time, he gets the higher one. So it's the same thing, but 7th fret on the G and the B, and then 5th fret, and then he just kind of goes back into, and I'm watching you. Ozzy takes over, but I'm not going to show you this part, but then he goes. It's so cool. Zakk's the man. And that's going to be it. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Just a reminder that my guitar course, the brand new one, is on sale this week. If you want to check it out, that's all linked below in the description. If you would, let me know some Zakk riffs that you might want to see on the channel. Subscribe if you got the time, and I'll see you next time, yo. End it bluesy, baby.